This is something I wasn't expecting. I got this adapter here. It makes it from power steering to manual steering. But as you can see, it hit the header tube there. So two things I'm going to do: either lengthen the shaft so this coupler comes all the way down here, or get a manual steering shaft. The other possibility is putting one of those Flaming River universal joint kits, which I did do on the other race car, or the race duster rather. So this was kind of a disappointment there. The TTIs do not work with this. They will hit right there. So much for keeping these headers cleaned up. Anyway, we'll have to take the column off again and see what my options are going to be. There we go. Cotter pins out. Shift linkage will come out. Now we can take the column off. There's one. I'd already disconnected the wires here, so that's easy. Plus, I got the new speedometer cable. Need to take either the dash out or the column off, so it'd be a good time to put the speedometer cable back on. And I thought this was done. Didn't have to touch this again, but I was wrong. This is the fun part right here. Easy peasy. And just as easy as that, the column comes out. Had to pop out the shoes and stuff there, but all that's going to be taken off. Now, as you can see, got the yoke out and the coupler off. where it was sitting on the header. So that's the only thing I have to say about TTI is power steering. They need to figure something else on this corner right here. So, but I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. I found another column. Here's a column I found. This is I think it's a B body. I think it's a B body column. It looks like the steering wheel that was on my satellite. This is not a. Oh, it might be a Duster steering wheel. But the good thing about it is this is a column. I mean, a floor shift column, and it's in actually very good condition. So I think this is a little bit longer right here. I think this will work good. Let's go measure to see if they're gonna fit. I don't think so. This is definitely a B body column. You can see the difference right there. I'd hate to take it apart and then find out it's not gonna work. But I guess that's what we have to do. I'm actually getting a weird idea just to make this thing a floor shift. Then I could use all of this nice stuff here, which is what I didn't want to do anyway, because I kind of wanted to keep the car looking as stock as possible. But the other thing is this is a bench seat car, and I don't know if how a shifter is going to work on there. But that'll probably be a later project, something else to do. Right now I just want to get this thing to steer without having any interference there with the headers. This is the column shifter here. This one doesn't have it, but I don't know, I think it might work. Let me start tearing these apart and we'll see what happens. Well, here's a kit for the steering coupler. I'm going to put the spring back on. I've always tried to bend these tabs here onto the actual housing, but I could never get them tight enough. They always come loose and it messes up the rubber seal here. This retainer is actually gonna hold it in place. It's a pretty neat idea. So got that. I had to get another coupler. This here is the power steering one. This one here, as you can see, the hole is bigger. That's the manual steering. And I did end up putting the longer shaft off of the other column. It is a B body column. I just took the shaft out, and there's the rest of the column there. Oops. Here's the rest of the column. The good thing about that column is that it has the it's a floor shifter console. So if I decide to put the floor shifter on the Duster there, I could change that and not have a floor shifter and have this piece here with the indicator. This one doesn't have that, so that's an option we have of what we can do. But anyway, I'm going to put this together, install the column back on, and hopefully that'll be taken care of, because I did put this adapter on it. This adapter here goes into the manual steering box. The coupler goes in here. This goes in here. But the problem was the number 2 header pipe was hitting here, and it just totally damaged this piece. And they're TTI headers. I don't know if they figured something out after the facts with this piece, but this will not work if you have TTI headers. This coupler is right on the number 2 pipe that drops down, so it does hit. So just something to, if you're planning on putting TTI headers with power steering, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have to put a dimple on the header, which is what I didn't want to do. So went this route, found the correct coupler, found a long enough steering column. I was gonna actually just cut it and add another piece to it, but this column came, and I got it. It was actually in the yard. We had one there all the time. So, but that'll be that. I'll put the column back on and we'll see what happens. Okay, there it is. There's the steering column. The coupler's already in place. Have to get the column bolted on, but just wanted to show you how that retaining clip looks. And all I got to do next is just reinstall the wiring on the column, put the steering wheel back on, and this thing will be ready. Just a lot of extra work. Putting that coupler on really didn't work because it was hitting the header. That number 2 pipe was hitting the coupler. You could see right down there where it was hitting. But anyway, it's done. Getting closer to getting this thing running. I need to get it running. It's a nice ride. It's going to be really nice, I hope. But that'll probably be a later project. That's a 360 there, by the way. Have some updates on it. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment, like, share, and subscribe.